This season just getting going still. How quickly, Greg, can teams gel together and become one?
It really depends on the makeup of your team. How many new guys are on the roster? The style of play. Do the new additions have any previous chemistry with some of your players?
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the center position. Oubre against White. Maxey kicks to Embiid. And it's blocked. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Puts it up off the inbound. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, that's beautiful right there by Maxey. You can play him off the ball or on the ball. Tyrese will find a way to beat you.
Queta. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Embiid.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. And the Sixers last season, Tim, winning less than half as many games as had been projected.
Well, the injury bug completely derailed their season. And by the tail end of that year, a low win total was actually in their best interest because they were trying to ensure they retained their top 6 protected pick.
Pass to Embiid, launches it. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Wow, that is just a beautiful shot. Embiid with great touch from distance.
Pritchard with the ball. He had 27 points last game. Brown outside. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line, and he hits the first of 3.
You got to respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage.
Good on the second free throw. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Maxey passes to Oubre. Here's George. 6 to shoot. George sets a screen. Here's Maxey. It's deflected. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. George against Brown. Brown with a screen on Maxey. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Well, that is nice touch and confidence on the mid-range from Embiid.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Pritchard. Brown against George. And the dunk by Brown.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Outside, Maxey. Back to George. 76ers moving the ball around. Out to the right wing. Here's Embiid. And Boston with the rebound.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Here's White. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The 76ers leading. And stolen by White. Brown outside. And that one is good. Brown's got 6.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
White with it. George picks him up. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
That's exactly what they wanted on that trip. Get something close to the basket, something easy.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia. And that one falls for White. The 76ers trail by 4. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Pass to Queta. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Brown's shot is good.
Few better athletes in the league than Jaylen Brown, and he stays in attack mode.
76ers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Now, here's Oubre. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. The rebound by the Celtics.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Pass to Pritchard. Out to White. Here's the screen. Here's Queta. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Trendon Watford's checked in for Edgecombe. The 76ers trail by 8. Pass to Embiid. Trying to end the drought. It's deflected, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the 76ers with some changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Oubre. And Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. Out to the right wing. It's deflected. Here's Minot. He has yet to score. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, "I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there." Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie.
Well, I really like what I'm seeing from McCain here as a very young player in this league, showing you a lot of poise.
And Jared McCain's rookie season, Tim, cut short by a meniscus tear in his left knee.
And before the injury, he was the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, Kevin. So he's looking to pick up where he left off and continuing that promising trajectory. And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
White with it, now defended by Embiid. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And some stats here, guys, the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And they've also done a really good job scoring off turnovers. Not just pressuring the ball, but cashing those in scoring opportunities.
The 76ers making a switch here. Bonus checked in. The 76ers trail by 8. Now McCain. To the left side wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
And the first one at the line is good. Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics. And Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. And Watford drops them both. Boston leading by 6. Outside, Simons. Picked off in midair. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Bounce pass from McCain. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, McCain's showing you he's willing to find the contact and draw fouls.
The 76ers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Back to Brown. Over McCain. Here's Queta, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
So he gets them both.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Grimes with it. Nothing on the board. Inside. Deflects the pass. Brown against Edwards. Here's Hauser. And that's off the glass and in. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Bona.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for White. And of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. Here's White. 5 points in the game. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. White against McCain. Shot clock at 6. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
White finds Hauser. And here is Simons. McCain defending. And it's Simons off the drive. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Magic. Edwards, no good. Celtics leading by 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to White. There's a screen. And White slams it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Jared McCain is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Quentin Grimes. Then there's Trendon Watford. And it's Bona in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Outside, Simons. No good on the three. The 76ers trail by 6. Up top, Maxey. Boucher defending. And Boucher sends it back. Simons against McCain. 18 feet out. And it's Simons missing. The 76ers shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Here's Maxey. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
McCain against Simons. Again, Simons missing. So for Philadelphia, their last game, a win against the Raptors.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
That is the way they would like to play.
Whoa! What a play!
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Bona. Now McCain. Takes the 13-footer. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Minod's checked in, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Sam Hauser. And the second free throw, good. Celtics leading by 7. Brown with the bounce pass. And it's Bona with the rebound. The 76ers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Yep, that one goes in there.
Wow, look at that acceleration by McCain that time on the drive. That is elite level and very difficult for the defense to rotate properly.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Simons. That's tipped. Now Grimes. He had 13 points in the win against Toronto. Now McCain. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And the slam dunk by Simons.
And guys with the scoring mentality of an Anthony Simons love to get those freebies at the line.
As the 25th pick back in the 21 draft, Tim, what's enabled Quentin Grimes to really break through here recently?
It's pretty simple, Kevin. It's opportunity. He finally got that chance to be able to be free offensively to show what his ceiling is, a much larger role offensively. Kind of reminds you of Jamal Murray a little bit, particularly now that he's got the green light.
So he's had the body, had the skills. It was just, as you're saying, the opportunity there to really capitalize.
Absolutely. Unencumbered on that end of the floor. It's amazing how guys can break through.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Here's Tillman. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Here's McCain. 6 points for him. And here's Maxey. It's Grimes on the wing. He's covered by Brown to the inside. Right side, Simons. Yes, that goes in. Simons has got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
Well, we know he can hurt you from outside, but Simons also showing you a nice touch inside.
And here's Maxey, coming off 31 points last game. Pass to Barlow. Trying to find McCain, and gets it to him. Maxey kicks to Embiid. And the 3 off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Maxey against Pritchard. Got a hand on it.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
To the middle with his first shot attempt. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Embiid with the screen on Pritchard. Pritchard against Maxey. Clock at 6. The three-pointer no good.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
Yeah, Embiid right at the rim. That looked easy.
Pritchard with the ball. Still scoreless. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Some changes for Boston. Kate is checked in, and Derek White subbed in for Anfernee Simons. White looking around. No good off the back of the rim. The 76ers trail by 6. To the paint, here's George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got his first bucket in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Kevin?
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond comes in for Embiid, and Jared McCain subbed in for Quentin Grimes. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and that one falls for White. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You've called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. The Celtics with the lead. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Bona's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it just kills your momentum. You earn the trip to the line, but at the same time, when you miss, you give your opponent life.
The rebound by Quarther. Boston leading by 3. Down low, Oubre with the steal. Here's Grimes. Einad pulls it in.
Well, and he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
It's stolen. To the middle. Here's Bona. And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And the Celtics with possession here. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Brown outside. Six on the shot clock. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
The 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Bona's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's McCain on the wing. White covering. They set the pick. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Brown outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics. They're up by 1. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are their guards. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Minot in at the power forward position. Back to Pritchard. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Maxey. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Maxey's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the 76ers. Boston trailing. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Oubre outside. No good on the triple. And for the Celtics, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Pritchard against Maxey. Pass to Cato. It's over Embiid. That's short off the rim.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
With the step back. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
White the pass to Cato. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Oubre finds George. They set the screen. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Out to White. Here's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 14.
And that is their first make of the third. Let's see if that gets them going.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Oubre, a screen on Pritchard. From deep, Maxey drills the three-pointer.
Right back at you. Tyrese Maxey showing you his competitiveness.
For Boston, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. To the inside. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
The 76ers trailing. George in the post.
Well, he's got great length for a wing. At 6'8", he can just get to the rim whenever he wants.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pritchard passes to White. Over in the corner, Brown. Lets it go. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Here's George. Here's Bona. And he jams it with authority.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Edgecombe, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Round down low. Covered by Oubre. Boston, no good that time either.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
And, Jim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same, but can he hold off Father Time? And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Pass to Cato. Now here's White. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, the league's stingiest teams. Third spot, the Celtics.
This is a team that takes pride
on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Trendon Watford's checked in for the 76ers. Quentin Grimes comes in for Edgecombe. Pass to Grimes. George looking over the floor. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. The rebound by the Celtics. Here's White. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Grimes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. They set the pick. 4-3, Oubre. The rebound by the Celtics. Minot's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight on the wing. Brown. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Philadelphia leading by 5. And stolen by White. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Brown outside. Over Grimes. Here's Queta. Another shot. It's hauled in by George. The 76ers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Lets a floater go.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Queta, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. 3-point lead. Maxey on the wing. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the paint. Here's Queta. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Philadelphia's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Inside, it's intercepted. 4-on-3 break. Brown outside. For the lead, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Screen by Watford. 4-3, Oubre. And slam dunk by Watford.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Celtics trail by 3. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And the 76ers with some changes. Bonus checked in, and it's Edwards in for Oubre. A minute 42 left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Simons. He has 5. The score now all even. White's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Celtics. Here's McCain. .115 left to play in the third. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Hauser. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Outside, White. Outside, Simons. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. And it's Hauser in the corner. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Grimes. Light covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The first one falls. Brown is checked in for the Celtics. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Pass to Simons. Back to Brown. Over Grimes. And it's Brown missing.
You gotta take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
Here's Grimes. No good from outside. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Quentin Grimes. Jared McCain is out there with Maxey. Then there's Trendon Watford. And it's Bona in at center. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Pass to Grimes. Now, here's Maxey, covered by Simons. For the three. Rebound, Boston. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. From the arc, knocks down the three ball. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, when he's hitting shots from that deep, he is a major threat to the defense.
Here's McCain. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Well, when you watch Jared McCain shoot the ball, there's no wasted motion, and he has limitless range. He's really going to be a good scorer in this league for a long time.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
And Simon's showing you a lot of toughness right there. He got inside, did not shy away from the contact, and was able to get it done.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Brown against McCain. To the middle. Boucher with the steal. Here's Brown. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
The 76ers trail by 6. Pass to Grimes. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Here's McCain. He's covered by Brown. Clock at 4. Tries it from 19. Tillman grabs the miss. Celtics leading by 6. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Pass to Simons. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Maxey against Simon. And stolen by Simon. The finish. And the slam dunk by Simon.
Well, he is so dangerous in the open court because of that combination of speed and athletic ability.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
From deep, Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to Boucher. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. The kick out to Brown. Cash money, Brown with the tray.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 13. Left side, Maxey. And again, unable to change momentum here. On the wing, Brown. Edwards defending. Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. Over Grimes. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Edwards drives in. And that one's good. Maxey.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Boston leading by 11. Now Pritchard. It's White on the wing. There's the pick. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Brown. A three-pointer off the mark. 76ers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Maxey, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Maxey.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Brown outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers trail by 11. Maxey, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Maxey.
And boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Grimes. White, wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. White's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics. Pritchard against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Celtics leading by 12. Here's White. To the paint. A steal. From deep, Maxey. Another miss by Maxey.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
White finds Brown. White up top. He's guarded by Grimes. 6 on the shot clock. Peyton Pritchard. He drills the 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And some changes here for the 76ers. Oubre's checked in for Trendon Watford. George comes in for Edwards. And it's Edgecombe in for Quentin Grimes. Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
And he makes both free throws. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. Here's Maxey. He'll put it up there. And he misses the J. And here's White. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. And the shot will go down.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Embiid, big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Celtics leading by 16. Ball's knocked loose. Embiid with the steal.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game from Derek White.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Embiid there for the rebound.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Outside Brown. Let's lose a 3.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 14. Embiid with it. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 5 on the clock. Outside White. Here's Pritchard. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Derek White.